Welcome, everyone, to the first ever IR Anime podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and over here we got your boy, Seaweed Ambassador, a.k.a. Seaweed.
Hey,
we're going to talk about our
up?
3x3s today.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
John, I think I'm going to... Oh, first of all, this is our favorite anime, not necessarily what we think are the best. So...
Yeah, it's just kind of like
some
the
sleepers on here.
Yeah, it's kind of like the most personal to us. Like which ones we think are, they mean a lot to us, I guess.
Exactly. All right, John, I'm going to send you my first one, and then I'm going to do a little pitch for you. I don't know if you've watched this or not. I think I recommended it to you.
Okay.
Here it is. All right, it is sending now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. This was a really popular one. It came out spring 2017. It's Tsukigagiri. English name is As the Moon. Tsukigakiri, is that it?
Yeah, it's Tsukigakiri.
So,
Tsukigakiri. Something. The English name is As the Moon. So beautiful. So
yeah, it's basically like a love confession in Japan. And this anime, I was turned on to it by Pedantic.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has some of the worst CG I've ever seen. But the story is just way too good.
Yeah, I do remember you tell me about this, but I have not watched it yet. So,
this is a 10 out of 10, and it's amazing how good it is, even with like the bad CG and sometimes bad animation quality.
Yeah,
it just goes to show how much a story can actually pull through an anime.
Damn.
Do you wanna go next then? Throw one up.
Yeah, sure. I'll throw one up. All right, so I'll go start with my first one. It's kind of an obvious one for you. You should know this one, but it's High School DxD.
Yeah, man, you love this one.
Oh man, dude, this one's so good. So like, it's like the best harem, right? Like, have you seen it?
I've seen both. I think it's 2 seasons. Isn't
It's 3 seasons.
Yeah, I've seen all 3.
It's got 3 seasons. Season 4 is going to be starting soon. That's pretty hype. I'm pretty excited about that one. But yeah, so like. It's the best harem ever, and like in the first episode, your main character dies, and then gets brought back to life as a demon, and then he has to serve, basically the daughter of like the king of hell. Oh man, I can't remember who it is because I'm pretty sure it's not Satan, but but God, the character designs in this show, they're so good. Like all the girls are good. Even Gasper, the freaking vampire, right? The transgender vampire, the Trap is great. I mean, he doesn't show up too often, but hey, but Asya is definitely top tier. She's the blonde priest, and she is turned into a demon. But overall, the show is just great. It's got a bunch of good fan service. Great characters. You can't really go wrong with it.
You can tell how much you love this show. John, you hear me?
Oh crap!
John.
Just came back in. I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, I just started talking.
Okay, cool.
Can you describe in one word why you love this show so much? Just one word.
Oh God, one word.
Yeah.
Guess
I have a word in mind.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with the classic. Opie.
I was thinking plot, but it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
so
God, it's a good show. All right. So you want to go with your next one?
Yeah, I can't pronounce his full name in Japanese, so I'm just gonna go with the English name. I'm sending it to you now.
That's good. Oh
Rakugo.
Yeah. Okay.
This is specifically the second season. The first one's really good too, and it sets up. But just the characters in the second season, are just.
So you want to say the name of the show?
Rakugo. I don't know. If you just Google Rakugo second season, it'll pull up.
Yeah. It's oh man, let me pull it up right fast here.
If you want to try to pronounce the full name, I will be very impressed.
Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, and he's talking about the second season here. So yeah, all right, go for it. Why is this one of your favorite anime?
Okay, this is my favorite anime because I've never seen a drama this good. Like, I've seen live action dramas,
yeah,
but in anime, it always comes out cheesy to me. And this one, I have not cried more than at the end of this show. I can't.
I do have to say, like, it brought tears out of me too when I watched it.
I don't want to give Mother's Basement credit because I don't like him as an anime YouTuber.
Yeah, he's not my favorite.
He's the reason why I started watching this show, and I gotta give him props for it. I think it came out winter last 2017.
I think so. Something like that. Yeah. No, I think it was fall. I think it was fall 2016. Okay. 2016. But still,
it was
towards the end of last year.
If you have not watched a drama and you're a really big fan of drama, haven't watched the show, you have to watch it. It is just that good.
Oh yeah, it's so insanely good. Like, yeah, you've got to watch this show. I mean, it's funny as all hell too.
Yeah, it just has some comedic moments. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, John, you got the next one of yours?
All right. So this next one is probably also not a surprise to you, but it is Haikyuu, the volleyball anime.
Trust me, I know.
Oh my god! Like, where do I start with this show? It's so good. Like the intensity of, like, I've watched, so like Haikyuu is like my first sports anime, like real sports anime. Like I've seen like other ones, but they weren't like focused on sports or whatever, you know. And so I watched this one, and it was and it blew my mind. Like I watched like a crap ton of sports anime after this, because this one's so good, and nothing else has beat it out yet. Like just the intensity of the matches. Like, some of the matches last, like, multiple episodes. Like, the newest season 3 was only 10 episodes, and it was only one match. Like, the entirety of the season. But it didn't even bother me that much, honestly. Because, like, there was so much going on. Like, they were going into backstories in the middle of matches and everything. And, like, the characters of the show are really what drive it. Like, not the sport. Like, I didn't care about volleyball.
Yeah, it's very true. Like, that's very true.
I have watched volleyball. Because I watched this show before the Olympics of last year, 2016, and like and I watched like the volleyball when they had it in the Olympics then, and it was great because like I knew what was going on and stuff, which because they explain the rules great in this anime. So but yeah, so this is great anime. If you like sports at all, you should definitely watch this show. Like if you like just shonen in general. Like, honestly, this is like a must watch. The fandom is terrible. It's so bad. Like, I wrote like a 4-page essay on why the fandom is bad. Like, I never released it or anything, but like, I wrote it. I sat down and wrote it. And it was, oh man, it was terrible. But yeah, so definitely check out Haikyuu. It's only 60 episodes. It's not even that bad.
It's a very small shonen, but you were the one that put me onto this show, and I remember saying, I don't really like sports anime. I don't think I'm going to watch it. But then, everyone was watching this show. It's such a popular franchise. I even have the manga sitting on my shelf right now.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 volumes of the manga, but it's the Japanese one because I got them when I was in Japan, and they hadn't been released in English yet. So, that's all I had.
That's
but I was
crazy.
Like, I gotta support the show. I gotta do it. Like,
I've never watched a show and wanted to do something that was in the show as bad as then I watched IQ. Like, I went out and bought a volleyball when I finished I think it was the 3rd season that came out recently with the, was that the one that just came out?
Yeah, the newest season just came out, like, with the big, or like, not just came out last year, like a year ago.
But
it was like the 10 episode long season.
And I remember I went out and bought a volleyball, and I got like me and all my nerdy friends together to go play volleyball. It was horrible, but we had fun like imitating the characters.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I always wanted to play volleyball. Like after I watched, I was like, volleyball's the best. But like I watched it in high school, and like my high school did not have a men's volleyball team, so I couldn't really do that. And then like we had a teachers versus students volleyball, but like, oh man, that was not worth playing volleyball in. But yeah, no, like volleyball is like, I've never been more interested in a sport after watching a TV show about it, or like really anything, like you said, like anything. I've never really been as interested in something as then after I watched Haikyuu. It just got me so interested in the sport.
It does such a great job of like breaking down the sport too, because like I can now watch a volleyball game and know what's going on. I can like name positions.
Like I can name positions. I know what the calls are. Like it's insane. Like the way that it explains the game is great because it's not just like an info dump at the beginning. It's gradual, which really helps. I
love shonen boys.
Oh yeah,
doing things.
Shonen boys having a good time.
All right, I'll do my next one.
Yeah.
This one's I don't know if you ever watched it, but I also recommended it to you.
Oh, I did.
Scum's Wish.
I did watch this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Actually, I remember talking about it. It came out winter of last year.
I think
the
Japanese.
No, winter 2017.
Yeah, I think the Japanese is Koito Uso, right?
Yeah, Koito Uso.
That this one?
No, it's Kuzo no Honkai.
Yeah, that's right. Koito Uso is something
Kuzo no
else.
Honkai.
Yep.
All right. This anime I remember watching one of Digi's videos, and he said he doesn't like it, and I can understand why, because it's really mopey.
Oh
but
yeah.
I was like, I just booked it with my girlfriend at this time, and I was like going through some emotions, and I don't know why this was just like a right place, right time, because I was like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm not gonna give her my girlfriend, and like this is all about like dark side of romance, and like how you don't always get what you want, and it's so good. That's all I can say about it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's insanely depressing. So like if you don't want to be depressed, you might. It's so hard to just sit down and watch this anime.
Mm-hmm. You gotta break it up in a segment.
Just binge it. Like I don't know how you watched it, but like it took me like normally. So it's a 12 episode show, right? I think.
Yeah, there was no OVA. It was only 12.
Yeah. Okay. So like it's a 12 episode show, and normally like, especially during the summer, like when I'm off, which is when I watched it this summer. I could just sit down and watch a show in a day, like easy. Like sometimes
4 hours, it's done.
Yeah, like for real, it's pretty short. It's not like too bad, like But this one was so emotionally heavy. It's just so draining. Like it took me, I think it was 2 or 3 days to finish this show. It was ridiculous.
I had the luxury of watching it on season, so it was every week, and that was exactly what I needed. Because I remember after most of the episodes, I would come back, I want to kill myself. That's how bad it is. Like, not literally, but just I was in like a deep state of depression. After watching this show. If you want to be sad, watch this show. That's what I can say. But it's a good sad.
It's exactly. Like it's not like a sad like you're gonna cry or like and you're not gonna like feel sorry for the characters because they put themselves all in the situation.
You feel so scummy. The name is perfect.
The name is perfect. Because you feel like awful after watching it. At least I did. I felt disgusting.
Oh yeah, I was like,
because all these characters, like I don't think I like any of the characters in the show because they're all messed up.
Yeah, there's not one character that I genuinely would say I would want to waifu up.
Yeah,
it's just
like I don't even think I want to be friends with any of them. But like they're so, in my opinion, well done characters.
They're very compelling.
I wanted to see where they were going, even though I didn't like them, which I think is pretty insane.
That's a really that just gives credit to how good the characters portrayals are and like the build up of the characters is. Like you don't want them to win, but you want to know what happens to them.
Yeah, exactly. And like the art of the show is beautiful too. Like
it's like, and especially the ED and OP.
Oh yeah,
they are. I have them on like my YouTube. I don't remember what app it is, but some app to download EPs and ODs. I have them on a repeat when I work out. They're just that good.
Yeah, they're really good, and like the I think my favorite part of like the visual design of the show is like when they're in this like just talking, and then like panels, like manga panels will come up of like their faces and stuff. So like you can see like from you see like a wide shot, and then also you see their faces like close up. Like I thought that was really cool, really
like
really
the art
imaginative.
Design. It took it to the next level.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, really did.
We're gonna go with your next one then.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with my next ones here. So I don't know if I've told you to watch this one or not, but like if I haven't, you should. And before I say the name, I just gotta say this one, the dub is better than the sub. I'm a sub guy. I'm a sub guy, but like the dub is insanely good. So so we're talking about Space Dandy.
Okay, I've heard of this. Yeah,
the dub is ridiculous. Like I met the voice actor Ian Sinclair, and he's such a cool guy. He also voices Brooke in the One Piece dub, but like that's not important because that dub sucks. One Piece, the One Piece dub is awful. Don't watch that. But yeah. So Space Dandy's so good. It's funny as all hell. It's made by the same guy who made Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were all the same.
Yeah, and like I'm pretty sure that like Space Dandy and Cowboy Bebop are like set in the same universe. Just Space Dandy's like way in the future, and it's great. So like, and I mean, obviously it's not like hyper realistic. Like there's an episode where they go to a planet and there's a war between the vesties and the vest wearing aliens and the pants wearing aliens, and like there's only 2 aliens left, and so they crash their ship and they're like each it's Dandy and the Meow, the cat. I don't remember what species it is. It's not a cat though. He'll get mad about that shit. But yeah, they get put in separate places. They meet these 2 aliens, and then they're fighting each other along this war, and it's insane. And like the end of the first episode, they die. Like they legitimately die. Like the planet that they're on explodes because he sets off a nuke, and they die. Like the narrator's like, well, I guess this is the end of Space Dandy. and from there, I knew this is a perfect show. And the ending of the show is insane. Like it'll blow your mind. Like it's ridiculous how like thought provoking it is, and that's so weird to say about Space Dandy. But like the ending of the show is, oh man, I can't give it enough praise. Honestly,
is it episodic like Cowboy Bebop, or is it more of a plot driven?
Yeah, it's episodic. Definitely. I mean, I think there's like 1 or 2 episodes that carry over, but like for the most part, like each thing is its own story. Like one time they go to find the best ramen in the universe, and just these little adventures like that.
That actually,
and they're also bounty hunters too. Like they're bounty hunters but they're not trying to kill people. They're trying to, what is it called? Like get aliens and register them. They're trying to register new aliens. It's kind of like what they're trying to do.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but you should definitely check it out. If you like comedy, if you like sci-fi, even if you don't like sci-fi, because I don't really particularly like sci-fi, but like this show is not very sci-fi, so it's great. But if you like good comedy, check this out and watch the dub. Like try the sub. You know, you might like it more than I did, because I personally didn't like it too much. But try it out, see which one you like better. And yeah,
I'm definitely gonna check that out for winter break. How long is it?
It's 2 seasons. It's 24 episodes. I'm pretty sure total. 12 episodes.
That's not that bad.
Yeah,
okay,
and I don't think there's any OVAs or anything either. So yeah, it's just 24 episodes.
All right, I'll check that one out.
That in, like, an average watcher could probably watch it in a week. I could probably watch it in like a day, honestly. But like, man, it's so good. So yeah, you want to go with your next one?
Yeah. My next one, it's not really. I think I've told you about this show so many times, and you haven't watched it yet. I know. Okay. But you need to watch this show. It's the K-On! Second season.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say I've seen the first season. I need to. I know I need to watch the rest of it. But yeah,
Digibro put me on this show, and I was like, "Oh, cute girl." This is my first ever cute girls, because like I only ever watched Shonen before this.
Okay.
This was my like first slice of life, cute girls doing cute things show, and it opened up a new world for me. The second season, first season is really, really good, but the second season improves on it so much, and introduces one of my favorite characters, Ritsu, which is like she had like a cat persona, very cute.
I think she shows up at the end of season 1, but like she's
it the end of
like,
season 1?
Or no, that was Azusa, wasn't it?
Azunan, yeah, that's who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
This show is just. It's the best slice of life ever made. I give it a 10. I'll give it 100 if I could. It came out like all the way back in 2010, but it holds its age so well.
Yeah, I have not like honestly, if I didn't know anything about K-On! And I just looked at it, I would honestly probably think it was made like last year. The art is and the animation is insane.
It really is.
In the show.
This is also the first ever show that brought me onto KyoAni, the animation studio.
Oh, yeah.
And I cannot thank that enough, because I love KyoAni animation.
KyoAni
I want to go tour.
Is good.
When I go to Japan, I want to go tour their facility, because they're just like, I think they're personally the best animation studio ever.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, it's the second one, because the 2 exclamation marks. And that's what I give it out of 100. 2 exclamation marks. It's a great show, John. Watch the show. Please.
I need to watch it. I will watch that this winter over winter break. I'll watch it start to finish. Is the movie good too?
Now, the movie, it's not as good as the second season, but I still cried because the very ending scene made it up.
Okay.
It's a great movie. It's a great slice of life. It's really good.
All
yeah,
right.
I'd watch the movie.
Okay, cool. All right. So I guess I'll go on to my next one then.
Yep.
All right. So this one, I might have told you about it again, but I think this one might be a little bit under the radar for most people. And this it's Yami Shibai. It's a short. It's got 5 seasons now. 5 seasons. 5th season just came out. Last core. There are 12 episodes a season, I'm pretty sure. No, it's 13. 13 episodes a season, 5 seasons. Sounds like a lot, but each episode's only like 5 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
You can run through this show like real fast, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this show it's a horror anime, and like each episode tells a different horror story, and they're like all set in like modern Japan and stuff, and I think it's Yami Shibai Japanese Ghost Stories, I think is like the subtitle for it.
What does the promotion art? My bad. What does the promotion art look like? I think I know. Is that like a mask? For the
it's
art?
a mask. Yeah, because the storyteller wears this mask, and like in the end of the season 5 was insane. Because like I think there might be this whole undergoing plot thing going with the storyteller. And oh my god! And so at the end of each episode, you'll get like, it's like the OP, because like at the beginning, it's essentially the OP. It's like it's technically the ED, but they only have one song, it's so short. But at the beginning of the show, they have what? Oh man, it's like Yatarashai Mitarashai Yami Shibai no Jikan da yo is what they say at the beginning of every episode to kind of introduce you. Be like, all right, kids, it's time for Yami Shibai to watch. It's essentially the translation. It's not exact. Don't quote me on that, please. But so it's really cool because then you'll see the storyteller pull up into the park, and it's done in like this shadow puppet kind of style. So like it's just like it's all these flat images on like a flat board kind of deal. Mm-hmm. It's all animated, but it's oh man, it's so good. Like the artwork is really what sold me on it. Like it seems super basic, but like, man, it's so good. And like
is it like a stage in the background? Like is that what you mean? Like by cutouts? I'm confused.
Okay, so the shadow puppet kind of thing. It's like paper cutouts, and like back in the day they'd use them to tell like stories, like in front of a light box, and that would be like their actors. So like they wouldn't have actors, it's like puppets. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what the art style and animation looks like in the show.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
It's more detailed, it's not like a light box, just black figures on a white thing. It's like, pretty detailed. But, yeah, it's so good. And quite a few of the episodes are actually like terrifying. Like some of them are super cheesy, but, and there's not very many jump scares, which is what I really liked, because I hate jump scares. They think they're super cheap. I don't like them, just in general. This show, there's only like 3 or 4 episodes I think that have jump scares. And most of the times, even if there is a jump scare, it's like that's not how it ends. That's like in the middle of the episode. So like it doesn't just end on a jump scare and just leave you hanging. So I think they do it really well. And then the same studio also made a parody of that show where it was like a comedic thing making fun of Yami Shibai. I don't remember the name of it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've just heard about it. And the concept of that is ridiculous. That the same studio that made the show is making a parody of their own like property. I don't know. I think it's great. But so definitely go check this show out. Like if you don't like horror, I mean, check it out. Like they're only 5 minutes apiece, so it can't hurt to try, right?
I'm not a big fan of horror, but it sounds intriguing. That fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of horror either. Like, I don't watch very many horror movies, but yeah, it's a perfect like Halloween show, especially if you don't like things that are like really scary, because it never gets like too bad. But yeah.
Is it always one-off stories?
Yeah, they're all one-off stories.
Okay.
Yep, it's completely episodic. None of them, like, carry over. So, yeah.
I might be able to deal with that then.
All right.
I might be able to deal with that. All right, I'll go with my next one.
Yep.
All right, my next one. I know this is on your plan to watch because I saw it on your flash drive, or not your flash drive, your hard drive when you sent it to me. It's Lupin the Third, and it was hard to pick this one. It's one of the hardest ones to pick because I love all the modern Lupin the Third stories. I love the character, but this was the Lupin the Third the story called Fujiko Mine. That's the full title of it in English. I don't know what the I'm not sure what the Japanese title is, but it came out in 2012, and it is the most artistic. I can't. It's really watercolor based. We were talking about Kuzo no Hokai is beautiful.
Yeah.
This show is absolutely gorgeous. That's really the reason why what brought me into it. This is one of the only shows on here that wasn't recommended to me by someone else. And
so this is like the only one you found on your own.
Yeah, everyone else was pretty much either recommended by you, like another YouTuber, or like one of my friends.
Okay.
And I don't know how to describe this show. It is an acid trip, like kind of like a Gonzo way, but it has the actual plot that makes sense. And I also love the character of Fujiko, the person that centers around. It tells her backstory.
Okay.
In the Lupin series, and it is one of my favorite series is Lupin the Third, and this is my favorite Lupin the Third series. I don't know if you've even heard of this. But it is
haven't
great.
heard of this. No,
I was watching.
I haven't actually watched Lupin the Third at all. I like the idea of the I haven't seen the Castle of Cagliostro, the famous Miyazaki movie. I've seen everything else, literally every other movie that Miyazaki's made. I've seen every movie except for that one. But yeah, I definitely need to check out Lupin the Third. So I'll definitely check this one out.
Okay. You can go ahead with your next one.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'll go with the more recent one. I'll save the kind of really weird ones for last. So more recent here is Koe no Katachi. Now, I'm sure you saw this one coming a mile away. I could I could talk about this movie for hours. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Just like in general, like not even just anime movies, just like in movies. It's so good. It definitely, so like we were talking about it, right? And it cuts stuff out of the manga that was based on. But I think that's fine. I think the emotional impact of it wouldn't have been as well done if it was like in a TV show, just because of the arc that the the main character goes through, and like learning about himself and about how, oh man, I'm blanking on the names, but how the deaf girl deals with being deaf and all that. It's such an emotional movie. But I highly recommend it. You should just go watch it. Like, if you haven't seen it, like, what are you doing? Because it kind of got overshadowed by
Kozo no Hokai? Or not Kozo, Your Name.
Kimi no Nawa, yeah.
Kimi no Nawa, yeah.
Like, it got pretty overshadowed by that movie. But, and like, that's understandable because that was a blockbuster movie. But, I think Koe no Katachi is the much better movie. It's, like the ending for some people found it a little weird. It seemed rushed, and it is a little rushed, and it's more fleshed out in the manga. But the manga is, and if you watch the movie and you want to know more, the manga is only 7 volumes complete.
Yeah,
so it's all released in English. I'm pretty sure, physical, legitimate English copies. So you can definitely go read it. And I highly recommend doing that as well, because the manga is so good.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night, weren't we? I think
so, yeah.
We had this exact same argument, but I think, because I personally think that the manga is way better than the actual show, even though I'm a huge KyoAni fan, that's who did this movie.
Yeah.
But it's just, the manga has so much more in-depth, and I just connected to the characters more. That's my biggest complaint, too. The ending felt rushed and it cut out my favorite part, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah, no, I don't want to spoil anything either. But I understand. I think it felt a little rushed, but for the adaptation of this manga, I think this was as close to perfect of an adaptation for this particular manga as you could get, because obviously if it was a 3-hour movie, I think it could have fit everything in there, but people won't sit in a theater for 3 hours. It's just how people are, so that's kind of, it's one of the negatives of having to adapt stuff. I would love to sit down and just watch a Harry Potter movie that was completely done, like just an 8-hour long movie that included every little detail, but it's not really feasible yet. So definitely Koe no Katachi, definitely watch it.
I recommend it too, even though it's not my favorite KyoAni production.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead with my next one.
With your next one.
Yeah. I think we're up to 6 now, right?
I think it was 5. It was 5.
Yeah, okay.
We got 4 more.
So, we had another discussion about this recently too, and I told you you don't like it that much, but I personally love this show. This is Clannad After Story. It's 2 core, which I think is the only 2. Wait, no, the next one's 2 core 2. But this came out in 2008, fall 2008, and it is the first show I ever cried to in an anime.
Yeah, and you do have to watch the original Clannad before watching this.
Yeah, this is the sequel to the Clannad.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who recommended me this, but I think it was probably some YouTuber. And it just the reason John doesn't like it is because the ending he felt is a little cheap, and I can understand why.
I did. That ending is weird. And I think it was also like, and I found it predictable. Like everything that was, I figured out what was going to happen to all the characters and stuff, and I didn't like the predictability of it, and I think it was also too hyped up by YouTubers, like saying, "Oh man, this is the anime. If you don't cry at this one, you don't have a heart. Like this anime will make you cry without a doubt," and it didn't make me shed a tear. So
what I think it is, and we discussed this again another time, but it's that I haven't watched as much. You're more of an elder of anime. I think you have like almost double watches than hours watched than I have.
It's possible. I just hit over 100 hours watched.
And
100 days watched. 100 days watched.
I just hit 50 days watched. So yeah, you're almost exactly double what I have watched. And I think that played a lot into it because I'm not as what would you call this a romance, I guess.
I'd say it's a romance. Yeah,
a drama romance.
Romance slice of life.
You've watched more of that kind of genre than I have when I first watched it, so I was not very.
Yeah. That's I do want to make that clear that like I did watch this fairly late on. Like I only watched this like within the past 3 years, I would say. So it was pretty late on in my career, if you want to call it that.
I personally think I have the light novel for this too, and I'm going to clear it. Actually, that's one of my goals for the end of the year to clear that. Not the light novel, but the visual novel for it.
Yeah.
And it is. I think the stereo characters are great. It has a little bit of supernatural elements in there.
Yep.
I think it's a solid watch, especially like get your girlfriend, some romance going on. If you want to get a little teary-eyed, watch this show. Yeah. That's all I can say.
I got to say though, I did like the first season a lot. I thought it was a really good slice of life. The whole thing with Fuka and the starfish was almost did make me cry.
This is the first ever harem-esque show that didn't have all the characters fawning over the main character.
Let's say after season 1, because season 1 kind of did have that a little bit, but like season 2, because I think season 2 is like a full route in the visual novel. Yeah,
in the visual novel you have to beat all the other routes and clear them. And then this route unlocks. You can only do it that way.
Because I knew after season 1, like just Clannad, just normal Clannad, they had like OVAs for like almost all the girls.
Yeah, like, they have quite a few of them.
They went out with him, like the main character.
Mm-hmm. That's how it ends in the actual, if you choose that arc in the book. Or route. Yeah, that's all I can really say about Clannad After Story. I think it's a lot of people recommend this show. It's like one of the highest rated shows on MAL.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say go watch it. Like, go watch it, see for yourself. I don't know, like, it is, like, each season, I think it's, 48 episodes total with both seasons?
It's a thick show.
It's like a Gundam. Like, if you just know you're going into a long story. But, you might like it. I'm one of the very few people that dislike it. So
very, very few.
Take what I say with a grain of salt, I guess.
Go ahead with yours, John.
But, all right. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go with another short short form show. Again, we got Secco Boys. Have you seen
Boy?
this one? Have you heard of this one?
I've never heard of this show.
Okay. Oh man. So I found out about this show a year before it came out, right? And I was so excited for it because the way that they were doing the press releases for it was ridiculous. So the whole concept of the show is there's these 4 stone busts of, like, there's Hermes. Oh man, who are the other ones? It's 4 like old classical Greek and Roman, like gods and like just famous people.
Okay.
From like that era, right? And it's just the busts of their head. And they're in a boy band. Like the concept alone. yeah, exactly, right? The concept alone is insane. It's great. But like, okay, so for the press releases, what they did is they got these busts and they would put them up on the stage, right? And the voice actors would be behind a curtain answering questions. So it was like the busts were answering the questions.
Okay.
It's so crazy. And like I remember seeing that stuff happening and I was like, well, I have to watch this show now. I possibly might have found one of my new favorite anime. And lo and behold, that's exactly what I found. It's so ridiculous. And
what is the name of the show again? I gotta write this down. I'm watching this.
Secco Boys. Sekkoboys. Secco. Okay. That's the theme song. You'll hear that a lot. You'll learn how to spell it. But yeah, no, definitely. Just go watch it. Like, not like if you watch this, if you like this. No, just go watch it because there's nothing else like it. It's so insane. And it's 12 episodes, I believe, 12 or 13, and they're only like 7 minutes each. So it's pretty short. But yeah, check it out.
Boys.
All right, you want to go with your next one?
Yeah, I just can't get over the anime.
It's insane, and it's great. Okay. Like I even got one of my friends who doesn't like anime at all. Like they don't even like animation. They love this show just because the ridiculousness of it.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go with my next one.
All right.
This is one of like the Netflix anime, you could call them, like the more mainstream.
Anime. Okay. Yeah.
Ouran High Host Club.
Yep.
It is a longer one. I think it's 2 core. I think it's up to like 40s, or maybe 20 episodes. It's 20 episodes.
It's in the 20s. Yeah.
It's an older anime. Like I think like mid 2000s. I don't remember the exact date.
I think it's like around the time Haruhi was coming out.
I
want to say
it was right up there.
It has a similar aesthetic, like in the art and everything.
And it, I don't know how to describe the anime, John. Have you watched it?
I have, yeah, I have watched it. Yeah, I really like it. I think I gave it like a 7 or something. But
I give it a 7 too.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know about this anime, like I kind of just assume everybody does at this point, just because it's so popular. But so essentially, there's this. You got your main character, and so like this main characters, they're fairly poor, but they get into this super rich school on scholarship. Like it's insanely rich. And there's this host club, and this character's just looking for a place to study. And they go into this room, and they just get attacked by the hosts. Like, oh man, what are you doing here? You know, that kind of stuff. And then they knock into a vase and break the vase, and it's like $30,000 or something.
It's a ridiculous amount of money.
It was an insane amount of money for a vase in a high school. And so they're like, all right, well, you're going to have to work for us to pay it off. And so they get the character dressed up, you know, and everything in the full host outfit, because they don't even have the like actual uniform. They have like the really cheap uniform. Mm-hmm. They don't have like the full host uniform. And so they give them a host uniform, puts that on, and then they find out that it's a girl, and the girl has to be a host. And and so if you want to go on from there, because that's essentially the show, the whole premise.
It just like every episode's a new, like they have to solve some problem in some weird, wacky way. It's a perfect anime to show, like, I guess you're like a significant other, because it's just so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I think my favorite episode is when, what's her name? Is it Haruhi?
I I want to say yes, but I don't know for sure.
Like, also, yeah. All right, so the main character, I'll just go with that. The main character, like, introduces them to instant coffee, which they've never heard of. And like they've been having people grind up coffee beans, like very expensive coffee beans, and she just brings an instant coffee, and like they think it's the best thing ever, except for like one of them or something who thinks it's disgusting. No, it's one of the people that come in, one of the girls that come in.
Yeah, one of the girls
thinks it's disgusting or whatever, because it's not high class. But they're all intrigued by the instant coffee. You can just make it in seconds, and I thought that episode was like it was so good. It was ridiculous.
The reason why this is on my favorites, it's not because that show's that great. It's a really funny show, and I would recommend to watch it regardless. But this was the first show. Like, me and all my guy friends got together, and we were just bored one day, and we just cut this on, and we all had a blast. We watched like the first 3 episodes of it, and then I went home and watched the rest of it later. But it was just.
Did you watch the dub of it or the sub?
I want to say it was the dub.
I
do not remember.
I want to say I watched the dub too, but I haven't seen it in so long. But I think I watched the dub too. So like, both ways are good. Either way.
I think comedy animes, it's better dubbed because like reading out jokes isn't as fun.
And I think they also like localize the jokes also to make them like so that we understand them more, because Japanese humor is it's weird. It's really different from American humor. So I think that might also be part of it. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
I definitely recommend this one too. Like, it's not my 3x3, but for sure it's a good show.
Go ahead, John, with your next one then.
All right. I guess I'll go with my next one.
Okay.
So my next one is another movie. I've got a lot of movies on here, I realized.
You are a movie fan.
I didn't even get into movies until like recently, but like I don't know. So this is a movie. It's a long movie too, and it's what I wish they'd done with Koe no Katachi. But like, so it's the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, dude, this movie is so good. It's 2.5 hours though. Like, there's no like. I'm pretty sure the credits like. While you're watching the credits, there's also stuff happening. But the show The show encapsulates like everything that's so good with Haruhi, like the show, and makes like the perfect movie for Haruhi. Like, I think it's the perfect movie. Like, in all honesty, like I don't think they could have done any better. I'm glad they didn't cut it down to like 2 hours so that more people would watch it, because like the 2.5 hours, like I'm not gonna lie, it did put me off of it for a little bit. But also like once I started it, like I realized, oh, this isn't gonna feel like 2.5 hours at all, and it didn't. It was great. It was perfectly paced. Like the characters were all super interesting. The story was insane, like the show or like the first season of the show. More, but yeah, like you gotta watch this movie after you've seen the show. You want to watch the show in broadcast order. Just trust me on this one.
I messed that mistake with the first time I watched it. I watched it in actual consensual order.
Chronological?
Chronological, yeah.
Not consensual. Ask the show how it wanted to be watched. God.
This show has me like... this was my first ever... Like, I was ecstatic about it. It was my favorite show for a very long time. But the season 1, I think, is perfect. Season 2... do you think it's a spoiler if I tell them about Endless 8?
No, it's not really. As long as you don't go into details.
Basically, it's the same episode over and over 8 times with minor differences.
Legitimately the same episode. Like, they remade it 8 times. But like, you only need to watch the first 2 and the last one of the series of those 8.
And the balls they had to be able to put.
Yeah, this was a weekly show. Like, they were doing this weekly, coming out on TV.
I wish I could be like alive. When did this show? We said like mid 2000s. You think
I think
came out?
Season 2 came out 2008. I'm pretty sure the original Haruhi came out 2006.
I wish I would have been old enough.
No. I think Haruhi Season 2 might have actually come out in 2010 maybe. I don't know. I'll check here real fast.
I wish I was into anime are like old enough to understand this show, and just I wanted to know what the Reddit discussion forums would be for this show during like what is going on? Is my TV broken? I think that's
are they just yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, and like you might be like, oh no, I don't need to watch all 8. I need to watch all 8 because I'll miss something. I watched all 8, and you do not have to watch all 8.
You don't have to watch all.
I sat through it all. It was oh god.
The thing I hear about this show, like the Endless 8, is
2009. 2009. 2006 was season 1. 2009 was when Endless 8 was coming out.
Okay. Endless 8. I know we're completely off the disappearance of horror here, serves me. But the thing I hear about most people say is that they like seeing the minor differences in each episode. I don't like seeing the minor differences in each episode.
They're not worth it.
It's not worth it. I'm going to have to watch it eventually, just because I want to complete all of KyoAni's shows.
Yeah, but, for sure. We're both doing that.
But I'm really not looking forward to it because I think I gave that season 2 like a 6 or a 7, just because of the Endless 8.
I gave it an 8. For Endless 8, of course, got to give it an 8. 8 out of 8. But no, like the second half of the show, or whichever the other part is that's not Endless 8, is really good. And like Endless 8 is good if you only watch 1, 2, and 8. Mm-hmm. So, definitely find Broadcast Order, watch it that way, and then watch this movie, and you'll have a great experience because the movie is perfect.
It's the only show you have to spend a day looking up how to watch it before you watch the show.
It really is. Yeah. Like it took me I sat down the day before I watched it. I was like, all right, how do I watch this show? And there's so many arguments for it. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I definitely would recommend Broadcast Order 2. And it has a lot more replayability factor if you do it that way too. Because it'll slowly start making every little...
Yeah, starts making sense, and like the end of the season is like the end of the emotional arc, where otherwise it would be like the middle of the season is like the middle or like the end of the emotional arc, and but yeah, and that first episode is weird. It's just really weird, like it's the movie that they shot.
Yeah,
but, just watch it. You need to watch that episode too. Just watch it.
Watch the entire show.
Watch all of it. Watch it in the same. Watch all 8 episodes. But definitely watch this movie after you get done, because this movie is so good. Like I can't praise this movie enough.
It is very good.
All right, you want to go on with your next one?
Okay, let's get off of horror here for a second, and let's go to my next one.
I think we had 2 left, right?
2 left. This is a amazing show. It's a newer show. Boku no Hero Academia,
yeah.
My Hero Academia. You're the one that recommended me this show, and
was I? Okay,
yeah, it was fantastic. The first season's amazing. I couldn't pick which season to pick, so I just went with the first one. The first season's great.
I would just say the whole show, honestly, because there's good things to like about both seasons. And
it's just
don't worry, there's going to be a season 3. It's already confirmed. So.
The characters of the show are just so compelling. I think this is probably the best like character design and like what would be the word? Personalities. Just
like the aesthetic of the show.
Yeah, the character. It's really like basically it's a anime made after the style of American comics. It's dealing with superheroes, and it's that shonen main character. Yeah, it had a lot of Japanese.
Yeah, but it's like. I mean, I really like the cover of the mangas because they're drawn like covers of American comics. Like they've got like the little price thing up in the corner and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. The manga is also pretty good, but I prefer the anime just because of the fights in them.
Yeah, the animation.
But, yeah.
And the reason I think this is better than most other shonen like Naruto and stuff is because it's only like seasonal. They can put so much money into the animation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like it always looks good instead of just like where Naruto, has those things, those times, and how One Piece is like constantly looking awful now. But yeah, because they can put so much time and effort into each episode, and it feels like they care about the show.
You can tell they love this show. The creators, it's just they put their heart and soul into it, and every single episode is just a just so much fun to watch.
It really is. Yeah. What
I think
was this Madhouse? Is that who made this show?
I'm looking it up.
I want to say.
Yeah, I think My Hero Academia. Yeah, I think it is Madhouse.
That's what I want to say. Yeah.
Damn, I don't really know which one it is, to be honest. Let me look it up.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I really want to say it's Madhouse because it's just. Let's see. No, it's Bones.
Yo, it is.
Bones.
I literally just saw it.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. It looks like a Madhouse show. But yeah, no, it's. I mean, Bones did make FMA Brotherhood, so they do know their way around a good fight scene.
They've been really popular with Attack on Titan and stuff recently too. They're doing pretty good.
Oh, do they do Attack on Titan?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
wait,
man.
do they do? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure that's right.
Yeah.
No, Production IG does Attack on Titan.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Okay, yeah. Production IG also does Haikyuu, and they also have really great action and animation. But Bones has been popping off with the Boku no Hero Academia.
It is a solid animation house.
Yeah, and the character development in the show is so good.
Oh,
it focuses on every character in the class, which is weird. It doesn't. No, most shows don't do that.
Every character has there's I think 30 or 40, not 40, 25, 30 main characters, and they're so identifiable.
Yeah, they're all completely different from each other. Well, I mean, there's the two that have the quirk that's almost the same thing. One can just turn really hard and the other turns into steel. But you can tell them apart, easily.
The character designs in the show go a long way.
They really do. The character designs are so good, and you can tell what their power is just by looking at them, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
I think this is getting a dub too, but I haven't watched the dub.
I think season 1 got a dub. Yeah, I don't. It's Funimation though, so.
Yeah, don't. We don't know about
take
that.
That with a grain of salt. Not gonna say whether it's bad or good because I haven't seen it, but I wouldn't bet on it.
The sub's really good.
The sub's really good. The Japanese voice actors did a really good job. I think.
Yeah, that's all I can gush about My Hero Academia. You can go with your next one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely go watch it. But yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead, and choose another one based off a visual novel. Got a lot of those in our 3x3s. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Angel Beats.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but
oh my god, you've got to watch this. After we get done, after you watch Psycho Boys, you got to watch Angel Beats. It's one of the first anime that I ever saw. And I saw it because used to go to my anime club back in the day at the library, and I was I became pretty good friends with the guy who ran it and stuff. And so he lent me his DVDs of Angel Beats. And so it was great, because I watched it and I remember the first time I watched through it, I actually missed an episode. I skipped over one episode. And I didn't really notice because we watched the first 3 episodes there at the library, and I went home, and then I was like, okay, I think we watched up to this episode, and so I just put the next one in, and I just went, and I missed a pretty important episode too. I'm not gonna say what it is, but you'll know when you watch it. I missed a pretty important because I was like, oh man, I wonder what's going on. Where is this character now? But man, the ending, it's one of the first things, pieces of media, just generally books, comics, manga, anime, TV shows, whatever, that made me cry. And man, I cried on my second time watching it. I cried on my third time watching it. I've watched this show 6 times now, I'm pretty sure. It's so good. And I think the biggest complaint with it is towards the end of the show, they start a new arc and it's fairly rushed, but I didn't mind it too much because it wasn't a very good arc, so I'm glad that if they were gonna rush any of them, that's the one they rushed, because it was it was kind of interesting, but it was also I don't know, it just didn't feel like it fit in, if that makes sense.
Who made this show? Do you know what studio did it?
No, I don't.
I'll
do
take
know
a
it's
look.
a key visual novel, though. Here,
It is.
I can see real fast there. PA Works.
Okay.
PA Works
don't
made
know.
this show. I'm trying to remember what else they did.
I don't know much about PA Works.
Let me pull this up real fast here. PA Works. So they did another Charlotte Shirobako.
Okay.
You know, that's a pretty popular one.
That's all I really know. I'm looking down the MAO list right now.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, they did Sakura Quest too. Yeah, they.
Oh yeah, they also made the Professor Layton movie. If you want to watch that.
I think they're known as like the cute girl working.
They're like the key visual novel studio.
Okay.
Like kind of they adapt a lot of those. But yeah, they're pretty good. I like what the majority of the stuff they've made that I know of, you know.
They're one of the bigger
Angel
old
Beats,
school animes.
It's an older one. I think it came out. When did it come out? 2010.
Yeah, it's up with Clannad.
But yeah, definitely check it out. It's so good. And yeah, this is the one this is probably like the first like kind of slice of life anime, I guess. I don't know, it's not really slice of life, but you know, it's that kind of thing, like school setting, I guess.
I get what you're saying.
Because I basically just I'd pretty much only watched like shonen before this, like Bleach, and I don't even think I'd watched Naruto at this point. So yeah, but like definitely check this one out, and you'll never think about Mabo Tofu the same way again. It's no longer just a food.
I have no clue what that is, but I need to watch this show. It's been on my list for a very long time.
Yeah, you definitely need to watch this one pretty soon. It's so good. All right, you want to go with your last one now? Oh,
John, see, I want to just point out this is our favorite anime, not what we think is the best.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Not what we think is the highest production and everything. This is just what means the most to us.
So I'm gonna send this to you, and I just want you to take it in. I want to get your full reaction. All right, John?
Okay. All right.
Because this is a sleeper pick.
Here
it is. Here it is, John. What do you think about that?
I don't know how to feel about this. So he's been sending me all of his shows through Discord. We haven't seen each other's lists at all, and I hate this show. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, I want to hear your reasoning. Say the name of the show. You've got to say the name of the show.
The name of one of my favorite anime.
You'll be shunned. Man, this podcast is never going to get off the ground now.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. What's your really good reason for this?
There's a really good reason for it. All right. Okay. This.
Oh, it's the normiest.
Here's
of
the thing.
Anime.
It is the normies anime.
Okay.
Here's why I like it, John. Because the most fun I've ever had with discussing anime with you or with anyone else is when I've been shit talking this show. I have such a fondness for SAO now, and not that it's good, not that I like the show, but that it is just such a hot topic in the anime community. Everyone knows this show. I can say if I see like an anime pin or someone, I'm like, oh, do you watch SAO? And then bam, instantly pick up a topic, pick up a conversation with them. Any convention I've gone to, I can bring up SAO and they know what I'm talking about. It's always a great conversation starter. And everyone pretty much either loves it or hates it, and there's always a good argument to be had about it. That is why it is my favorite. I don't think it's good. I'm not going to kid you. Is it bad? Personally, I don't like the show. But it is my favorite anime to discuss. Okay. And that makes it one of my favorite.
I think that's a great reason. I really like that. That reason. Yeah, you got that. I think it's the show is it's god awful. It's so bad. I can't believe
that this came up in
my 3x3 favorite anime. it's
I'm scared to do the thumbnail now.
Oh yeah, like, for sure.
because I'm gonna have them like side by side on the video, so you can like see what we're talking about. But if someone's seizing any anime like veteran,
right,
gonna
which
look at this
one's
like,
the plebe and which one's
way.
the weeb?
He has Boku no Hero Academia. This guy has Boku
what
no
is
Hero
this?
Academia
There's
right
Clan
beside
after
SAO.
stories on there.
No way. No way.
Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju is on there. Like, what is SAO doing on there? Yeah. Oh man, but that I understand your reasoning though. As long as you weren't trying to vouch for the show, because oh man, because we've had
no, definitely not. The only part of this show I like
is
yeah.
The very last I actually
and,
do like that
the
bit.
Kids that are like in the
I thought that was a really good bit because Kirito is gone.
I'm not gonna,
and it just focuses on spoilers.
I'm not.
I was just gonna say that. It's
my bad,
the
John.
best character is the main character in that arc, and the garbage character is gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's really good. I don't think spoilers are bad as long as you don't like. I don't spoil that.
What I was gonna say about it. Yeah. What I was gonna say is
that
this show, I don't worry about spoiling because everyone has watched this show. I don't think anyone's going to be listening to this podcast that has not watched or at least know what SAO is about.
Don't want to. Right, just because all the crap about it.
Exactly.
It's not even like great.
Garbage,
it's just like a
except
7,
for that one part's okay. It's like
maybe
a 7.
Even a 6.
It's not great. Well, I was a little anxious about this.
All right. So
but I'm glad we got it out, John. I'm going to let you have the very last one.
Okay. So this last one, it's kind of obscure. And like if you go on Mal, at least so it's a movie trilogy. I had to pick the trilogy because and I might be cheating or whatever, but no, I like them all equally, and and I think you need to watch them in an order, even though they're not even technically a trilogy. But it's it's the Devilman movies.
Oh,
so there's 3 of them. There's Devilman the Birth, Devilman the Demon Bird, or the Devil Bird. It's one of those 2. I never remember. And then there's Amon the Apocalypse of Devilman. Right. Devilman the Birth and they're all like an hour or less, which is great because you can just sit down and watch all 3 of them like back to back. Like Amon the Apocalypse of Devilman is like only 45 minutes, so you're watching essentially like a 2.5 hour movie. It's like you're watching the Haruhi movie, but you don't have to watch everything before it. You just get to sit down and watch these movies. It's great. But like the first movie is the origin story of Devilman, and it's. So I think the first ones came out, so I know Amon came out in 2000, and I'm pretty sure the first one came out in late 70s, early 80s, and the second one came out like a few years later. But so like it opens on like explaining like, oh man, the world used to be run by devils, and then humans kind of came and wiped them out or whatever. But the first scene that you see in this movie after like the whole introduction thing explaining the world is like the rabbit pen at the high school with dead rabbits in it, like brutally murdered rabbits. And that shocked me because I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting like a cheesy, like action movie, that I could just sit down and have a fun time with. And I saw that and I was like, this is going to be dark. And it is insanely dark. Cause like at the end of just the origin story, most like they have this huge party and, like kind of deal cause they have to summon the devils or whatever. And there's a whole reason behind it. Just watch it. It'll make more sense in context. But everybody's like sexing it up, drunk. They're all on like doing cocaine, heroin, like everything, you think of. And then the devils come and like, they basically like possess like these people. And then, the main character gets the most powerful devil in him, of course, right? And he kills everybody. Like brutally murders them all, like rips open their stomach, like breaks them in half, and it's so violent and so gory, and it was insane. I loved it. Like as soon as I saw that movie, I was like, I've got to watch the other 2 of these because like I was just gonna watch them, what's the word? Like incrementally, I guess. I don't know if that's exactly the right word, but like just over the summer, like periodically. Periodically. Yeah. Just over the summer.
Like,
but like I watched them all like
periodically,
within 2 days. Because like at the end, because the second one was kind of a letdown, but it's still pretty good. The ending is it just kind of ends. Like, it's pretty abrupt, but it's pretty good. But the third movie, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's so good. And like
Jesus,
so everybody knows in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, like half the cast gets killed off. Like I don't know who it is. I haven't seen it yet, but like everybody knows that this show brutally kills everybody. You know, you never know when somebody's gonna die, right? Well, the Emon, the Apocalypse of Devilman, is like that same way, except they kill everybody. Like, I did not think that you were allowed to show children being brutally murdered on screen, like even in animation, but apparently you can.
What?
Like a kid gets a bow, like right through his temple, gets stuck in the wall, and then they just like these demons just start hacking away at the body. It's ridiculous, and oh man, the movie is so brutal. It's so violent. Like, if you don't like violence, don't watch this movie. Like if you don't like blood, don't watch this movie because you won't like it. You'll probably get sick watching it. But I can't give it enough praise because it's not what I thought it was going to be at all. And I really like that it's actually like brutal, and it's actually like Devilman. Like he's actually like not just a hero who like has the powers of a devil, you know. Like he's actually like evil. But like he can kind of suppress the devil, but like also like he can't sometimes. And sometimes like the devil just comes out, and like the animation isn't, you know, it's not great in the movie. It's like, even the third one, like it's not great. Sometimes like it's not great because, you know, and it was 2000, but even for 2000 standards, like it wasn't great, but like it's still like just what happens in it is so ridiculous that like so you gotta watch it if you like action stuff.
This is that.
Don't watch that. Not
the
two different things.
Completely different
that
shows.
One's funny. That one's good too. But like, yeah, Devilman is brutal. There's also a TV show for it, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't seen that yet. I do plan on it though, because if it's anything like these movies, I'm sure I'd love it.
I haven't watched this show, but I like the way that the way you describe it. They
know
don't
what the show
pull the
is.
punches,
you know, like,
on
there's
the gore.
No punches pulled.
Like they know what the show is.
The show needs to be gory, and the author of the manga, so it's based on a manga, right? And the author of that also wrote this one called Violence Jack or something like that, and it's apparently like the most violent manga of all time. And after watching this, I don't know how it could be more violent, but apparently it is. So, you know, there you go. If you want more violence, and there's also the manga for Devilman too, as well. But like, it's ridiculous.
Comparing that to all the other shows.
Oh yeah. This is why I saved it for last, because it's so different.
180.
Just like you saved SAO for last. Like, but yeah. All right.
Okay. That is the end of our
yeah. Okay,
John,
so I got 5 honorable mentions here. I'm not going to go into too much depth on it or whatever, but first we got When Marnie Was There, which is one of my favorite Ghibli films. It's there with Spirited Away. I didn't want to put Spirited Away because like it means a lot to me, but everybody knows that one, you know. So for the honorable mentions list, I figured I'd stick with more ones that people haven't seen, I guess. But yeah, When Marnie Was There, really good Ghibli film. One of the best.
I get what you're saying.
All right. Then next we got the One Piece movie 6. It's directed by Mamoru Hosoda, the same guy who did Summer Wars, Wolf Children, Girl Who Leapt Through Time, all those great movies. Directed this One Piece movie, and it's fantastic. And then we got Dokusei. It's a yaoi that was, it's like an hour long, but it's so good. Like, you gotta watch it. If you don't like yaoi, like I didn't think I'd like it going into it, but I just heard so many good things, you know. Definitely try that out. Then we got Shelter and Me.
Mm-hmm.
two of the best musical, like, anime things, like, ever made. Like, Me, Me, Me is insane. It took the internet over by storm. Like, so did Shelter to an extent. I don't think it did quite as much as Me, 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 because Me, Me, Me was everywhere. Because it was ridiculous, in your face, you know, like sex, just gore, you know, it was insane. But Shelter is another good one. You know, I really connected with that one more than Me, Me, Me. But Me, Me, Me is like, yeah, it's insane. It's really good.
I like Shelter too. That was one of my my favorite.
Like an anime music video.
I guess it would be anime short. I guess anime music video. That's probably
Love
my
Life
favorite one.
We'll talk about
that and all the Love Life stuff. That's a different story though.
But yeah. See, do you have any honorable mentions, or
I
are
think
you pretty
that
set?
might be it, John. I have one honorable mention. I was debating putting it on here. Log Horizon, the good SAO, but I figured it wouldn't. Right, it would take the punch out of SAO if I put it on there. It's basically the same setup as SAO. They're trapped in a world. They got to figure out how to get out. But it's a lot more world building. Did you do like an hour video? I still need to watch
the show. I've seen the video.
Go watch his video.
Yeah,
go watch that show.
So yeah, but all right, I guess. I guess we'll just wrap it up now. I guess, right?
I think that's it. All right, this is the IR Anime Podcast. Signing off.